So I'm joined by a sporting legend that we have from India. 28 world titles. Just recently, it was 28. I'm joined by Pankaj Advani, one of our greatest sportspersons that we have ever produced. Pankaj, firstly, thank you so much for joining us. And number 28, has the feeling sunk in that you continue to win, and only win at this point in time?
Honestly, this is what I've worked for. And when I started off my career in Q Sports, I never imagined that I would win so much. But I'm truly grateful for all the support that I've received over the years, the opportunities that I have been given. I think I have, done justice to them. But yeah, it's not fully sunk in as yet. At the same time, I think I'm a long-term person. Once I get my skin into something, I want to go the whole distance. I don't want to just win one title or win, one, two big events and then take it easy and be complacent. So that's never been my style. Even after winning this particular championship, I feel like there's so much to work on in terms of my game, in terms of my mental approach to the sport, where I am at, and reassess what my goals are. So it's a journey that has given me immense joy. It's full of ups and downs, and any sports person will tell you that you can't win all the time. But I'm just so glad that I'm on a winning streak and would like to continue my purple patch.
Pankaj, whenever we do a Google search for you, okay, whatever are your titles, it's only Pankaj Advani's one, Pankaj Advani's one, one, one. It's always about winning. How do you maintain this beast mentality of winning on such a consistent basis? Because we know in sports there can be ups and downs on a consistent basis, but you've bucked the trend by ensuring that it's only winning on a consistent basis. How do you get that beast mentality?
I would love to mention my brother over here, Shri Advani, who's a sports psychologist and a mind coach. I think he's had a big role to play in developing that mindset. And it's not just something that happened overnight. We've taken years to achieve this. As I said, that there's still so much room for improvement that even though I may be winning, in fact, even this championship, which I played recently and I won, I wasn't at my absolute best, but I've learned how to manage those days as well, where, I work around a certain approach, maybe try and make things a little more simple, play a little bit of tactical, try and get my flow back and then start scoring. So we worked on different approaches. I think the main point here is to understand yourself and understand that in sport, you're going to make mistakes. It's not going to be a flawless performance every day. Whether you take tennis, nobody's going to win 6-0, 6-0 every day, or you take, golf, nobody's going to, get birdies all the time. So I think uh, when you accept that sport is full of uncertainty, and then even in the midst of that chaos, you're able to maintain your peace, you're able to maintain your killer instinct and say, okay, fine, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, whatever is in my control, and leave the results to, to, a divine power. And you can only control what you can, right? So that's what I've worked towards over the years, and it's worked wonders for me.
I mean, the trophy cabinet that is behind you is a very small testament, but you've achieved so many more things which are much bigger. But Pankaj, about a couple of years ago, you had said that you had conditioned your mind to break certain trends. Now, did Shri advise that particular thing that, okay, like you had said one example, like even if you have a cold, you can have curd rice. It just, you have to condition your mind accordingly in that. Now, how does mentality, especially in pressure situations, especially for us Indian sports persons, we've seen in Olympics, we have seen in major sporting events, somewhere down the line, pressure does tend to get to us, but you seem to be the exception. In trying to control your mind, how do you maintain the pressure quotient? I mean, how do you keep it away from you? What's your tip for budding sports persons in this sense?
The the simplest way to put this across to you, Siddharth, is that avoid thinking about the outcome. Now, I know it's very, very difficult to do that because before you go for a major championship, it happens to me, it happens to every top sports person. The thought definitely crosses your mind. Am I going to win this? Am I going to get a medal? Am I going to lift the trophy? Uh, when I go for a championship, obviously my standards are very high that I've set for myself, which sometimes is not a great thing because, in sport, you need to undo and unlearn and shed a lot of the baggage before you go to any major championship because you have to go with this clean slate. You don't know what's going to happen over there. Maybe you'll get used to the conditions. Maybe the opponents, your opponents are going to play better. It's all on that day. So you have to be open to all possibilities. Having said that, when I go to a championship, obviously I'm going there, I'm in it to win it. I'm not there just to, make a trip out of it or say, okay, fine, my aims are not that high and just I'll settle for a bronze or I'll settle for anything. I'm there because I want to win it. But when I say that to myself, I also have to forget the thought of winning and, try and live in the present. So I think that's where many Indian athletes, I feel, need to understand that it's all about playing the game first. The outcome is it's just one occurrence, but the entire fun and the challenge lies in how you manage your game, how you tackle your opponents, how you understand the conditions, what approach you use at a given point in the match, how you prepare for yourself off the arena, your habits, your mindset, what you eat, all of those things come into the picture. So, but I don't like it when people write articles in the media saying that, oh, this person won the bronze medal or won the silver medal. We didn't win bronze or silver. We settled for them. We won the gold. So when you think on those lines, then your standards obviously go up to the next level.
Right. Pankaj, when you won the 28th title, okay, there was obviously a lot of happiness. But then on social media, you seem to be a very quiet guy. I mean, the achievements are posted, everybody celebrates it, but the quietness by which you go about it, the humble nature that you go about it, are you comfortable with that? Or do you think because you're quiet, billiards and snookers is not able to get that big a jump when you have to look at achievements? Is that a problem in its way, or do you think you're fine with what it is at this stage?
I think it's up to the people of our country. This is a question that I wouldn't want to answer because I'm still here. I'm doing what I do best, or I'm trying to do what I do best in the best possible way, trying to put India on the map as much and as often as possible. But it's up to the people of India, the media, the people who consume sport, the people who follow sport, the authorities, the people who govern the sport. It's up to them to, celebrate achievements of its champions. And I don't know if I'm anybody to say anything on this. If I do say something, then it'll be like I'm hankering for certain accolades or recognition or rewards. So it's difficult. I know what you're trying to ask me, and I wish I had a clear answer for that because uh, after playing for so many years, for decades, I know what is going to be the response. I know what is going to be the coverage. I know what kind of recognition I'm going to get or the lack of it. And somewhere down the line, yes, I have made peace with it, but I know that things can improve. But it's not up to me entirely. I think it's up to a lot of people who want to accept that, okay, there are other sports in India that are actually doing really well, if not better than the mainstream sports as of now.
Yep. Pankaj, last question. What is now going to happen? You're gunning for title number 29, 30. What is the season like for Pankaj heading into 2025? Can you just give us an output about that?
I mean, it's going to be just another year where I will compete in the national and few international events. And obviously, I'll try my best. But besides that, I would really love to do something for the sport in India. I feel like it deserves a lot more in terms of television coverage, in terms of visibility in the media, in terms of giving the youngsters an opportunity and a chance to showcase their skills and talent and make something out of it. And I really, really want to do something for the game. But and having said that, I'm also an active player. So it gets a bit tricky if you're going to don several hats. And I don't want to get into the administration, that's for sure. Because I just believe that as a player, you view things from a very different lens. And I can feel what the players are feeling that, while a few of us have jobs in various public sector enterprises and companies and are doing okay, but I want to, ensure that a lot more people get an opportunity to play this sport. I want to try and get this sport into, mainstream media and coverage so that people understand that this is a sport that requires tremendous amounts of skill, concentration, hand-eye coordination, physical fitness as well, and just truly just learn and celebrate our sport the way we do it.
Well, that was Pankaj Advani. I mean, one of the greatest sporting personalities we've had. 28 titles. Let's be very honest about it. 28 world titles. Teams, individuals never do it on a consistent basis. But from India, we have Pankaj Advani who's done it. Congratulations yet again, Pankaj, and thank you so much for joining us for this special interaction.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you so much.